The history of graphic design. 15,000 to 10,000 BC, humans used to draw on stones inside caves, and the first one was discovered in the Lascaux caves in southern France with pictographs and symbols. 36,000 BC, the Blow Monument, the oldest artifact known to combine words and pictures on the same surface. 105 AD, inventions of paper. Chinese government official T.S. Alun credited with inventing paper. In 1276, the Fabriano paper mill. Printing arrives in Europe with a paper mill in Fabriano, Italy. In 1450, the Gutenberg press. Johannes Gutenberg credited with perfecting the system for printing type in books. In 1460, first illustrated book. Albrecht Pfister, the first to add illustrations to a printed book. In 1530, Claude Garamond opens first type foundry which was developing and selling fonts to printers. In 1760, Industrial Revolution begins, setting the stage for advances in graphic design production. In 1796, the invention of lithography. Alois Senefelder develops lithography. In 1800, cast iron press. Lord Stanhope invents first printing press made of all cast iron parts. In 1861, William Morris became highly influential figure in design history, sets up art decorating firm. In 1869, advertising agency. The first advertising agency by NWAR and Son founded. In 1880, half-tone process, a technique of breaking up an image into a series of dots so as to reproduce the full tone range of a photograph or tone artwork. In 1890, Art Nouveau movement begins and changes design, making its way into all types of commercial design and utilizing all types of arts. In 1901, the art and craft. Frank Lloyd Wright wrote a book of art and craft of the machine, where basic principles of modern industrial designs for future designers to create prototypes for machine production. In 1916, Dada Tree, an art movement of the European avant-garde in the early 20th century in Zurich, Switzerland. In 1922, graphic design. The term graphic design is used for the first time by William Addison Dickens in an article for the Boston Evening Transcript. In 1925, Art Deco, the Exposition International, the Art Deco exhibition held in Paris, France. In 1932, Times New Roman. Stanley Morrison oversees design of Time New Roman font and commissioned by the Times of London. In 1947, first design book. Paul Rond publishes his first design book named Thoughts on Design. In 1950, pop art, an art movement that emerged in the mid-1950s in Britain and the late 1950s in the United States. In 1957, Helvetica, Max Medinger designs new Has-Grotex font, which was later named Helvetica. In 1968, postmodernism started. It is typically defined by an attitude of skepticism or irony, described a bold movement in the late 20th century in the art sector. In 1970 to 80s, New Wave design. It is an approach to typography design style or Swiss style, which was very popular with corporate cultures. In 1984, computers. Apple releases first Macintosh computer featuring bitmap graphics. In 1985, desktop publishing. Aldus, formed by Paul Brainerd, develops PageMaker software. Brainerd coins the phrase to desktop publishing. In 1990, Photoshop version 1 released, and physicist Tim Berners-Lee develops the World Wide Web along with HTML and the concept of web addresses. In 2000, the digital revolution. Grunge, a design emerged along with the punk rock scene as more designs used textures to portray a dirty feelings. This style remained popular through 2010. In 2002, Designs of Sites is published and present many ideas as patterns. In 2010, Flat Style. This plays off the minimalist feel with sharp lines and surprising twist like the excessive use of negative space. 2017, Cinemagraphs emerge. Photograph where one small movement is made to grab viewers' attention in the clutter of on-screen marketing.